Hello, everybody. We are back once again with the penultimate episode for our season of Sanguine Dominion. I know it's been a little while, but we are going to join back in with our coterie just on the tail end of the Sapphic Erection concert at the pub downtown in Calgary. A few things that happened. Let's catch you up really quickly. First and foremost, there were a few feeding scenes. Some declarations were made of yearning and feeling forlorn at the loss of something that you used to have. There was obsession with knowledge, esotericism, the occult. There was a very savage destruction of a human brought on by the beast that is inside one of the coterie members. And eventually, it became all too obvious that everyone was being tailed, followed, surveilled by some sort of flock of, gathering of, flighted creatures. After the concert, which went fairly well, a few things happened. First and foremost, being the revelation that it was Lavali's homunculi that had been on the tail of the coterie, that he had not let up, and that was now watching all of the members in a far more direct way. What his wants, desires are with the coterie are still in question, even though he has stated, allegedly, what he truly wants. The blood of Lupe. But another thing happened right on the very tail end, and that was the declaration of feelings from one Fox, our sweet, non-binary lead singer of Sapphic Erection, the Kindred that saw in Deacon something that they needed. Blood, companionship, strength, revolution. Whether or not those feelings were reciprocated is still up for debate, but regardless, we did leave that scene. And if I'm not mistaken, we are going to join back up immediately at the M3 shop, December's occult store. Deacon was seeking a brief tete-a-tete with December to discuss perhaps learning something new. As you approach the store, December, you are given warning. Deacon is on his way. He's looking for something. And go ahead, folks.
I knock. I don't know if this is after. Yeah, I don't know if this is after hours or not.
Oh, it's the dead of night.
Yeah.
Okay.
A member of the coven opens the door for you and shows you downstairs into the business area for Kindred, where December is working in an office down there. with a number of tomes and a personal book open in front of her.
December.
You're looking for something.
Yeah, I was looking for something when we first met, too. This time I literally am looking for something. I couldn't see what was attacking it, and that's a problem. On top of that, I have spent a few years now tracking that thing, and now it's come to light that a part of the reason why I couldn't find it is that it can go invisible, obfuscate, whatever. And on top of that, there have been several occasions where I've been having a conversation with someone who could eradicate me probably fairly easily. Though, no. Actually, no. I take that back. Lavali probably could have killed me, but I put his ass down. So, I don't know. I'm feeling myself on that one, but still. But then it turned out there was a Nosferatu in the room.
There often
Twice. Twice that's happened. One I didn't know. The other one was the Primogen. Was that correct, Aaron? The Primogen that showed up during my conversation with the Archon, correct?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Before I'm anything, I consider myself to be an investigator. And I need to have all the tools available to me. I need to learn how you see things. And the one way that I know how to learn that is by
having a
drinking. Yeah.
I understand. It's difficult to be left in the dark, so to speak. To not be able to see that which you fight. But you're not trying to see how I see. You're tapping into the universe. You're changing the wavelength of your senses. It will still take work, even with the drink.
I'm a fast learner.
You've proven such before. So you came to me instead of the others you could have? I think I know why.
One, you're the one I trusted in terms of occult, though you didn't know exactly why I wanted to learn about the occult. Two, no way in hell I'm allowing myself to get bloodbound, even potentially to Uptown. Because then I might give him $10 million, no questions asked.
You were pretty close before, so I understand.
His reason was stupid. That's why he didn't get it.
Yes, I think most reasons for large sums of money are stupid.
Deacon tries his best not to look hurt by that. Okay.
Well,
it's been a long night. We're saying strange things, apparently. No.
I didn't say all, just most.
I'm joking. Something that I've been able to do a lot more often lately. In exchange, well, this is we live in a world of favors. What would you want in return?
Well, I could always ask for money, but I think there's something more valuable that I can get out of you. I just need you to look into someone for me.
Okay.
On a consistent basis.
Look into or look after?
Look at. Share information. But only if it's dire. I don't really want to know. I just want to know if things are bad. And of course you... Oh, sorry. Were you talking? I didn't hear anything. I can't hear you now. I wait for you to return. And December this whole time has been shuffling her tarot cards.
Okay. How about now?
You have returned.
Yes, I don't know why I did that. Discord does not like me. I say, Deacon said, fair's fair. I'll look into the person. Simple, see if they're doing okay. Nothing more, nothing less. And updates.
Just look for signs of dangerous behavior from them or others nearby.
All right. I'll tell you what. Write the name down. I'll take the rest, and I'll take it from there.
Excellent. And one other thing, send Texas by more often. Needs a break.
He needs a break?
Mm-hmm.
I don't control what he... But I'll be sure to let him know that you would like to have him by more often.
I'm just saying, if he's out doing other things, he may as well swing by.
I'll
right.
let him know.
Do you want a glass or...
I could actually close it for you if I bite it, but if that's too intimate, I'll take the glass.
I like a ritual. And she'll cut into her hand with the dagger that she typically uses. Squeeze a fist into a pewter cup, I guess, and hand it over for Deacon to sip. Just what's necessary. No more, no less.
Thank you, because if it was too much, there was going to be a thing of, can I even drink this?
Point of order.
Yeah.
Does December do anything special with the vitae that she stores and drinks? Is it flavored? Is it spiced? Is there anything that is very specifically done to it in order to sort of elevate the dining experience, so to speak?
Typically, if she is drinking from a reserve, it's got herbs and spices to mask some of the staleness, as it were.
I would ask then for, we'll say, wits and occult. Because I feel like flavoring blood doesn't come from any sort of diabolical laboratory work. I think this one comes far more from the heart.
Is this for me or for...
This is definitely going to be for you.
Okay, you said wits and occult?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. December's the one rolling, but the blood was for you.
Okay, got you.
Mm-hmm.
What if I got a critical right now for 5 successes? Not even messy.
I love a little bit of narrative fun when it comes to the more mundane or night-to-night things that a kindred might have to get up to. December, can you please add the 1-point merit to your sheet, Gourmand?
Ooh, okay.
As you're doing that, Deacon, as you drink, for what I can only presume is the first time from December's special reserve, you are a person who in life was used to the finer things. Steak tartare, lobster, and caviar. A man of wealth who demanded excellence out of the finer things that he liked to enjoy while he was living. This is definitely the first time that you have consumed something since dying that actually invokes that same satiety that food or good drink used to fuel you with. You're used to that addictive, hunger-slaking vitae, and there's nothing quite like it. But as far as a dining experience is concerned, a Pinot with a good steak, a fancy Riesling with some fish, etc., you get the same hints, the same notes, and it's a little bit of a surprise.
December, I hope you understand the reference I'm about to make. Well and truly. You hit me with that fancy gourmet shit, huh?
This
Nothing-
is a
nothing?
youthful
Okay.
reference, I believe.
Oh, okay. Nothing. All right. Pulp Fiction. We're gonna have a movie night. All right.
I needed December to say, I'm the one that gets the blood. Idiot. I know what it is.
Yeah.
All right, tremendous. Can we assume that this scene wraps up with a sort of education of Deacon in the ways of Auspex, with a sort of a tutorial? There is one point of order that comes from this. Deacon, you can go ahead and put 1 point blood bound to December.
Actually,
She's premier.
Oh my gosh! But
He's
but do you
not.
not? But I thought you had the other merit, the other flaw. Did you not? Did you not take that one? I'm so sorry. I thought you took the secondary one.
The one that I took is to for me to resist, not for
Right. That's where my wires are getting crossed. Tremendous. Then never mind. You simply learn
Oh god,
Auspex.
that was gonna completely kibosh the entire reason I
Change
asked.
the whole dynamic. Yeah, absolutely.
Charming wife to Daryl for a fun reveal.
All right.
Now you get 10 million.
We'll transfer. You can only hand to hand $10 million so many times. There's only so many times you do that before the CSA are like, hey man, or the CRA. So we'll head back to the rest really quickly. A night goes by. It was late in the evening when the concert was over. Day passes. Another cold, blustery Calgary winter day. Therefore, night comes early. For those that don't know, folks that have never been to the north or know their geography too terribly well, it gets dark early this far north. The sun is setting at around 5 p.m. And the dead things wake up a little bit earlier than anywhere else in the world. We will join everyone at...
I have one
Please.
Quick question. I have forgotten that I had some damage from a prior session.
You
Can
do.
I roll to clear some of that
Please.
today?
Yeah, make as many rouse checks as you like to clear that damage.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
going to do that too.
Damage? I don't know what that's like.
I meant to do that before.
I'm intimately familiar, but I didn't have any this time.
Like, I wasn't expecting Fox to feed on me and make me hungrier, so I was gonna take that. Dude, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
got
thank God, I
lucky.
passed that one.
I succeeded.
You succeeded?
Yeah, I succeeded.
So,
So-
it's 1-to-1, right?
What is your blood potency?
1.
Then you gain 1 superficial damage back.
Okay. So if I do 2 rouse checks and succeed on both of them,
You
I'm
would
able
heal
to
2
clear.
damage. Mhm.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make another rouse check.
Baby's first healies.
Yeah, first time healing.
Great.
I do get hungrier,
I haven't
but
done that either.
I'm back down.
You haven't needed to. Untouchable,
So far.
unless you pay. So Tex, are you down on health? You don't care? I don't believe you were struck.
I did. Well, I
You were
was,
also
but I did.
aggravated.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't getting super. Did do it right.
Ooh, you are cutting out too, my friend. I think you may have to change your Discord settings or get closer to the mic.
Anybody?
Fully cutting out, my friend.
Yes.
Discord strikes at the
It's-
most inconvenient moments.
Better to
What
get it
about
out
now?
now than later. Sounds
Hello?
better. Say more.
Hello. Saying words. I'm saying words. I'm saying words and sentences.
Good words.
Hopefully this is clear.
Tremendous
Alright,
words.
good.
Very clear.
Perfect. So I did take aggravated last time, and I did pass a rouse check. Is that still taking away a superficial, or so I'd be like half on it?
You can get rid of superficial that way, but if I'm not mistaken, aggravated is 3 rouse checks and a willpower.
3 rouse checks and 1 willpower to heal an aggravated. Yes.
Yes.
Doesn't aggravated
fine.
also automatically heal the next night?
We're in the same night still, though.
Well,
aren't we?
yeah, you can only do that once per night,
Oh.
maybe.
Yeah, it's
So
I think
one
per night.
one time per night you heal an aggravated damage. If you would like to force heal aggravated, it is 3 rouse checks followed by 1 willpower. Then you will heal another one. If you'd like to do any of that, feel free.
We're good over here.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So we join the coterie at the motorcycle club headquarters, the bar / mechanics shop / administrative office that acts as the HQ for the Lost, correct?
The wave.
The Wave. I'm so bad. That's
The
from
Lost is from Grand Theft Auto.
GT. Yeah, that is GTA. Yeah. There's only one person in attendance, an individual who works late, essentially every night, your clerk. Other than that, the entire HQ is completely empty. As you all file in, one after another, there's really just one thing on your mind. Are you being watched? Is there something around you? Is someone behind the corners, whether it has been Nosferatu, whether it has been homunculi, whether it has been mortals paid to surveil you? It seems as if your time as an anarch, one and all, has been one of living within a surveillance state. There has always been somebody's eyes watching what you do. But tonight you're here, if I'm not mistaken, to speak on dealing with one of these watchers.
Before we do anything, now that he's had he spent as close as until death took him again, was just practicing how to activate aspects over and over again. So first chance he gets, he walks into this room. He's just got aspects up. He's full on Aang learning how to firebend right now. Just like, yeah, I'm gonna do it every time I can.
Okay.
So as soon as he walks in the room, he has Sense the Unseen up and is just searching the room, especially because this is something he considers to be his.
Go ahead and give me a wits and aspects.
Am I rolling obfuscate? Because I can.
I mean, if you want to.
Yeah,
but
absolutely,
I
I do.
Would you know ahead of time that he was?
Well,
gonna
no.
be
If
doing
it's
that?
if I came in here obfuscated,
Hmm.
if I was just sneaking in just to see if I could, and because it's fun.
No, that's all. It's gonna be all hunger die.
What's your hunger at, Deacon?
I'm at 4. I failed one of them to heal. But I was at 3 when we started because of Fox. I got 1 success.
1 success?
Yep.
That's no fun.
Yeah, you have far more than 1 success, don't you?
I let him see me. If I notice he's looking.
The only thing that you see in this room, Deacon, is an obfuscated uptown.
Beat up on a
Your paranoia is kicking you a little hard right now, though. You are a bit irritable. You're hungry. There's that gnawing. Not quite in your gut. Your hunger hasn't come from there in a long time. It's like the back of the head. Your medulla, that lizard part of your brain, the limbic system, or what is left of it, telling you that you need something, and that itch is getting worse and worse. But it is some amount of succor when you see Uptown. The Auspex is working. He did not want to be seen, as far as you know. And so it's nice to know that this new facet of your supernatural existence is workable.
Fine, it worked. Good. Which chair is he in? I heard feet on the desk. Which chair are you in?
There's only one desk here, and you know it's yours.
Oh, I thought I would have set up. I thought I would have set up a meeting room. Whatever. Okay. It's fine. I'm not that guy anymore. I'm not gonna. No. Please take your feet off my desk if you're gonna sit in my chair.
You see, Uptown looks up, and he's a little shocked for a second. Then he goes, "Oh." And the obfuscate drops as he speaks out loud. "Oh. December teach you that?
Yeah.
Smart."
Getting
All right.
getting grabbed by an invisible plant creature, it does things to a man. Namely, it makes them think I should really learn how to see invisible shit.
That's fair. Listen, I just couldn't help myself. This chair's so comfy.
Yeah, I know, right? That's why I spent. You don't need to know what I spent on it. That's why I bought it.
All right,
And
where's
there
the
was a
meeting
time
room?
There was a time I would have flipped out for you being in that chair. I'm getting better.
I know. There was a time you couldn't see me in it.
Yeah. I would have shot you so many times. It would have been a fucking OK Corral in here. All right, we're meeting with the guys and the gals and the days. Let's go.
All right.
I think it's around that moment Lupe walks in. Louboutins, tight dress, hair done. She's got a nice bag on her arm. Nails newly done and looking a little sharper than usual.
What's your hunger
Good
at, Lupe?
evening. Just one.
Okay.
Uptown's also at 1.
Okay.
I stay fed, darling.
As you walk in, bag on the arm, you looking immaculate as usual. Can I please get you to make a wits and occult?
Oh, I love a wits and occult.
Am I making wits in a cult?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is just for me. Ah. I have 2 successes, but I can re-roll.
I'm going to leave that up to you. The nature of this roll is nebulous, so it is going to be...
re-roll.
Sure.
Nope, it's the same.
It's the same? Okay. You feel, as you see your friends in this space, as you walk in and you take in the gravity of what is to come, the discussions that are to be held, you feel this insistent pressure inside of your head. You wouldn't call it a headache. You wouldn't call it a throbbing sensation. It's not anything natural, you think. It isn't anything organic, nothing anatomical, but it is like a pressure. And through luck or through training, it subsides.
Question,
Please.
based on my guess of what this is.
Mm-hmm.
Would my merit regarding my bloodline have anything to do with that? Would I be able to pick up a sense of if it was somebody in my bloodline?
I think at this point, you're still...
Is it for mental disciplines?
I think you're still a little too unfamiliar with this sensation. Give it another couple times, and I think you'll be able to hone in on whether it's bloodline or something altogether different. But you can make all of the presumptions that you wish.
Okay. Are we missing anybody?
I feel like December kind of stumbles in. She's half buried in a book as she comes in. Sorry, I got carried away with this.
Texas in the shop probably doesn't know anybody's there yet because he's working on his bike. Brooks and done blasting, so he's kind of zoned.
If it's blasting, because we're in the same building, he doesn't even raise his voice. He just goes, "Tex, we're meeting," in like the lowest voice possible. But you can hear him.
Yeah, fuck. You hear Neon Moon goes off, and then just like a pang, pang, pang of like metal. It's just, and he comes through the door. He's like, "What? I was busy."
We're doing schemes and plots.
Oh, that's what I was
Gunpowder.
doing.
Yeah, gunpowder, treason, and plot.
Tex, what's your hunger?
2.
December, what's your hunger?
1.
Okay. There is one other individual who joins you. Knocking on the door.
Is it Modi?
Knocking on the door respectfully. I don't know. Is Modi there uptown? That is a good question.
Modi's here, but he's not inside the building. He's out in the car.
For sure, for sure. You just hear like quietly from outside. You just hear like, "Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the." You get a lot of that.
Maybe 6 feet.
Yeah.
So it's a good song. It's a good song.
No.
God, Modi's so solid.
Knocking on the door is Fox. They wait.
I whip out my
Go
phone.
on, get your friend.
I whip out my phone and I press something to let the door buzz open.
Mm-hmm.
If I could, like everything that I own, I can see the security camera there. So
Yeah, no, certainly. We can.
I own a
we can
lot,
assume,
and I
yeah.
own a lot of stuff. I'm trying to turn this place into a police state,
Gotcha.
but for only me. So I buzz them in.
They walk inside. They look around. Nice digs. I like it.
This one's his tech. This one is Texas's baby. I just pay the bills.
Right. Well, I like the place. I'm only here for a second. I'm actually here for December.
What exactly is it you need so urgently?
Y'all were talking last night about Valley, right?
Yes.
Right? Okay. I don't know how well the rest of you all read this kind of stuff, but this is you're the witchy sort, right?
Yes, definitely. There's a few of us.
Okay. I keep finding these, and I know they're being dropped by Lavali, and he's been dropping these all over our fucking territory, and I don't know what to do about it, but it has his stink all fucking over it, and if you need demonstrable evidence that he's been fucking around in Anarch territory, tremendous. Take this. And Fox pulls out what is quite very much familiar as a hex bag, some sort of ward of some sort. One of my guys walked through this. A nigh on burst into flames. I think he's trying to take us out, or at least cause us a lot of harm and keep us distracted. This was outside of Lester's.
Near the entrance, or?
Yeah, and I'm a little worried because nobody should know where the fuck Lester lives.
How many have been discovered? Just the one?
No, this is number 3, but I am a little zealous. And I might have, tossed the other 2 into a fire.
Where were they found?
The other one was outside of the Baron's place, which makes sense. And the next one was outside of Lydia's.
Lydia's?
Yeah.
That's a declaration if I ever heard one.
It's got to be him, right?
Who else would it be?
That's what I'm saying.
Whoever he's in concert with.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel, right? Anyway, I got to get moving. I knew you guys were moving against them tonight. Maybe it's leverage. Maybe it's, a point of order with them. It gives you a little something to work with besides being mad.
Thank you.
Yeah. Baron sends his regards.
Fox. How do you prefer to fight? Hands, weapons, guns.
I prefer not to fight if I can.
If you have to.
It's definitely pulling things off of people until they stop making noise.
Oh, well, I was going to give you a cool hammer, but okay.
Hammer?
Yeah,
a hammer?
I'm big into comic books. There's a character called Harley Quinn. She hits people with a big fuck-all hammer. Like a big-ass sledgehammer.
You trying to turn me into your Harley Quinn, Bruce? Is that what we're doing? You want me in a sexy little blue and red unitard, too? Is that what we're doing here?
Listen, if this is what's going to happen, I could just go back to the shop. Honestly, I don't want to sit here for this.
Do I get to be Catwoman? That sounds fun.
I have a breach hammer. What the... Deacon goes over to like a where there's like
You mentioned
he puts
Harley.
he puts into he goes into another adjacent room and comes out with two big ass pelican cases and opens them up, and one of them is like a breach hammer that is used for opening up doors, like straight out of Call of Duty Warzone, just like one of those hammers.
No, that's
No,
for
I don't want to.
Texas. I want to see
Uptown
Texas use that.
Uptown
That
does the
seems fun.
closest thing he can think of to a cold shower right now, and he sniffs the hex bag. Does it smell like LaValle, Aaron?
Cold shower?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it legitimately.
Oh,
Like
this
you would
hammer is
get,
hammer? No.
Fox looks at the hammer, takes a peek at it, looks up and down. I've never had a problem opening doors.
This is why I asked. All right.
And frankly, I'm going to get out of here. But before I go, only one of us is good at swinging hammer, and you know it. And then they turn on a heel, and they are going to walk out of the MC.
Oh.
I don't know why that I am fascinated by them. I'll figure it out. And that, like, if we're not saying anything immediately, he's gonna walk back to the shop. Like, I have to finish what I'm doing.
We're just gonna plan out what we're going to do later. Can you get back to it?
Or do we just plan in the shop?
Do you want to?
Yeah, can we do that? That's
We
fine.
can move
I
it
have a
over to
lit
the. We
porch.
can just. We
Yeah.
can just move it over to the shop.
Is it going to be noisy?
Ah,
I mean,
maybe.
you could. I can. You'll all be able to hear me. I don't know why that's the thing, though.
Point of order. When it comes to working on bikes, and I've thought about this fairly extensively in my long lauded career of playing Vampire the Masquerade, and especially as clans that have certain supernatural amounts of strength, there is not a singular fucking chance that Texas needs to use power tools. It is going to be about as silent as he needs it to be, because he's screwing on bolts and he's popping off caps and doing all of these things with these bad boys. That's about it. If he wants to use power tools, all the power to him, but there's quite literally no need.
I am using an arc welder in this particular case, so at the very most it'll be like
concern. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, a little.
Yeah.
That's not so loud. Regardless, you all move over. We're going to let's suspend disbelief in this game about vampires and the occult and the supernatural for 1 second, and we're going to presume that regardless of the noise made by a welder, you'll be able to conduct this conversation without any real due problems. Ian, if you feel like it, interject certain welder onomatopoeia noises as you wish, but besides that, the conversation will continue as normal. You move over to the shop.
about vampires with realism.
With realism, we're getting very real with these vampires. All right, I need all the sound effects every time you're welding, please.
Cool.
Yeah, no, but sincerely, you move over and go ahead and figure this all out.
I was going to ask via my context in law enforcement and just my security,
Yes,
or even just using my actual contacts, because I have that maxed out as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's more criminal. Like I said, we know where LaValle stays.
Yes.
If this was a thing we were pre-planning, I would have got on the phone the night before to try and at least have this place scoped out during the day, so that even if they would have been noticed by ghouls, none of the actual kindred could have gotten to them. So if there were any overlooked entry points, things like that, or much of the things that Ian was hinting to before we started the stream, that type of stuff, anything that could get us in there with the least amount of bloodshed, for lack of a better term.
Oh, I know that. Are you asking in character? Or you're asking out of character.
No, I was saying if Texas didn't bring it up, that's what Deacon would have done. But if Texas would have been like, "Hey, I'm on this," I would have just left that to you because you know how to attack shit.
Yeah, let me get that slice of pizza. I'm down.
All right,
Cool.
Texas, did you how'd your I don't know, your battle investigation go?
That is reconnaissance, if that's what you want to use.
Thank you, Jesus Christ. Yes, reconnaissance.
Yeah, that's fine. So in a standard railway station, we've already established that that's where it is, correct? Yeah.
Yes, that is exactly where it is.
Solid. In a standard railway station, they have to have 2 accessible maintenance points of entry, and in the east section of it, there is a construction freight elevator that can be used. It has to stay on a separate power grid because if for some reason something happens to the main power grid, it has to have a backup so people can go in there and i.e. do maintenance. So if you wanted to, we could choke the 2 maintenance points because that's the easiest and closest way to get in and out without people seeing you, or we can just block off the main structure entrance and then go in through the western point of the maintenance tunnel. It's a railway system. It has to have these points.
And that's Texas, everybody.
No.
Question, big man. With all those access points, how do we stop him from running?
That's where the choke point comes in. 9 times out of 10, if somebody is hiding, they're either going to be inside of the railroad structure system or in ADSEG, which is just administration, and that's on the 2nd level point. Most of the standard administrations for day-to-day is on the front, and that's facing the public, so it wouldn't be smart for them to do that.
You said 99% of the time we're dealing with a Tremere Elder. I think that counts as the 1%.
If
It would
he
blow
bolts,
up the entrances.
If you blow up the entrances, that solves the fucking problem right there, yeah.
but if he bolts, I can stay on him. We can follow.
Okay.
Hey,
What if
weird
we
question.
distract him to keep him from running, though?
I think that's necessary.
Hey,
You're the
December.
distraction.
Can Tremere fly? Is that like a
Depending
spell
on
you can do?
circumstances.
All right, just wanted to know.
Does December recall any instances of Lavali having access to such power or someone in the direct chain of command?
It's going to be an intelligence plus occult, please.
All right. I'm smart. A lot of dice.
You love to hear it.
A mitt full of dice. You love to hear it.
Only 3 successes, but that's decent.
You do not recall at any point Lavali flying. You do know that there are certain thaumaturgical powers that allow the power of flight. Whether or not he has them, unknown. Flying in the middle of a city as just a singular person, that's like a Nosferatu walking into, New York Fashion Week. It's about as masquerade breaching as you can possibly think. That won't stop some people if they're in mortal danger, but the reality remains that it's unlikely to happen, but you know that it potentially could.
So that's what Deacon gets back. The possibility is there, but highly unlikely for him to have accessed it or to want to use it in such circumstances.
True, but the fact is that there is a possibility, so I want to be prepared for that. That's all. That's the only reason I asked. Thank you.
Be more prepared for attempted control, magical events happening in the physical, being stalked, slipping out of your grasp.
I mean,
I have a question about that.
Yeah.
I apologize. So when that happens, they have to look you in the eye, right? Or at least get you a
For
gaze of
dominate,
some sort?
yes.
They need focus.
Though I do.
You
what
also
my
have to
sires
be able
told
to
me-
gaze.
understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
From what my sires told me, there are those of us that can get to a point where just hearing us will do it.
It's pretty
And I
easy,
mean, like,
actually.
well, I mean, through even a video recording or a sound recording, just the sound of us can.
It seems
could
like
do
we
that.
have to tackle this practically as opposed to magically.
Well, the original.
Uptown hops off a bench and walks over to another workbench that you got, Texas, and just pulls out a set of earplugs.
Texas puts a matte black, complete limo tinted motorcycle helmet and goes, I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, yeah, that's also what I was good. Well, I didn't. No one was curious about what was.
plan?
No one was curious what was in the
Yes, I would love to hear your
Pelican
plans,
cases.
Tim.
Okay, I bought stuff.
The original plan had been to meet up with LaValle to get an explanation as to why he needed Lupe's blood. We should use that, guys, to our advantage. Go
That's what I
in,
was
someone with Lupe, and the rest of us position ourselves, as suggested, to take advantage of the moment when it arises. Depending on who is going, I'll be able to tell what's going on. Probably.
What were you going to say?
Well, I was just ready to prep us for the go-in heavy portion. Because Daryl IRL forgot that was a thing. Because I was really, really jazzed about going in
I
guns
could
and
tell.
like Desperado. That was a Daryl thing. Deacon would have thought that through. He has a high. Deacon would have been like, "Yeah, let's do the subterfuge thing." Daryl's just like, "No, we're gonna shoot this up like Antonio Banderas."
Right, preaching to the choir, big dog.
If we're going that way, one, Lavalle's been tailing us. We know that for a fact now.
So step number 1 is slip his tail.
Actually,
Yeah,
during this
overtake.
conversation, I have a merit called Vigilant. Do I feel like I'm being watched? It says you determine the role for that.
Deacon decides exactly how much surveillance goes into a location. Uptown is meticulously paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
But there is something fiercely vigilant, not just in your persona, not just in the fact that being attentive to all of the micro movements of a person's body has kept you alive and thriving. But there's something in your blood that tells you when there is danger, when you are being watched, when there is something there that shouldn't be. Can I please get you to make a wits and occult?
Okay. Hey, nice. It's a crit, 6 total.
Damn.
With 6, it's a bit of a shock when you see something that's supposed to be out of place. You've seen Nosferatu pop from the shadows. You've seen Malkavians materialize out of nothing fairly routinely. Those things are used to. You've seen small animals pop out of the nothing. What is a little bit more unsettling is seeing a literal shadow move. An actual living piece of liquid abyss gyrate, move, and shudder in a corner where there should not be a shadow, where light is playing and there is nothing for which to cast that shadow. You are disturbed when you see it because it is like looking at something that should not be. It is roughly the size of a dog. It undulates. It writhes. The edges of it seem to be fuzzy, like looking at something far away with your glasses off. But it's there.
My question for the coterie is, do any of you have a gun visible and within reach?
Do we?
Yes.
I had 2 pelican cases full of weapons.
Don't ask that question, Fred, because we will go off on another rant.
Okay. If there is a
What am I
pistol on the table, I would like to grab it
Mm-hmm.
and just without even saying anything, grab it and shoot the thing in the corner.
Can I please get a dexterity plus firearms?
Yes, you may. Burn a willpower to get an extra die.
Getting extra dice is V20, isn't it?
Yeah, you're thinking
Do I not?
You're thinking of rousing the blood to gain another die.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
you'll,
yeah.
you'll rouse, and then regardless, you'll get the extra die, but you might get
Extra die.
hungrier.
I get hungrier.
Okay.
Okay. Oh no. I'm gonna burn willpower.
Okay. Wow, you really want it? Okay.
Oh no, I did terrible. I
So
got
obviously,
no
popping off a shot
successes.
is enough to obviously get our attention. Is it
I got
okay
no
to say that I can provide help in this particular case?
This is 100% happening incredibly quickly. I would say that this is beyond the.
Yeah, I
the
think
point
the
of help.
second I
There
see
was
this
no-
thing, I
Mhm.
grab and I shoot.
Yeah, there was no communication of intent or
Nope.
anything like that. Unfortunately, it was grab
None of
gun
it.
off table, take the shot.
I
That
got no
being-
successes.
No successes.
21, by the way.
All right.
None.
Any ones?
Huh?
It's only ones on hunger dice.
That's
that
what I.
matter,
Yeah.
Aaron.
Did you get any ones on your hunger dice?
I got. It's just a fail.
Okay, not a problem.
It's not a
You're
skull.
It's not a skull. Okay,
No
thank you very
skull.
much. Right, because you're using the proper.
Or just blank.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, Lupe grabs a large pistol from the table, pulling it up to bear and cracking off a shot into a corner of the room, a well-lit corner of the room where it almost looks like a pile of clothes or something is sitting. The shot goes pelting into the stonework of the building itself, and December, Deacon, Tex, Uptown, every single one of you see a dog-sized, we'll say roughly the size of a Labrador, fully grown, leap up on ethereal obsidian haunches and go sprinting into any shadow that is available. I will allow everyone one singular action, and we are going to use we'll go round table as initiative actually tracks. It would be your raw reaction time. So if I'm not mistaken, that leaves Uptown as first.
7, yeah, for wits
Yeah,
and
with
dexterity.
7 dexterity. Uptown, you are almost preternaturally ready at all times. You are the most paranoid man within the coterie by a country mile. What do you do as you see this thing leap up onto 4 shadow legs and go to make for a corner full of darkness.
I don't think Uptown thinks that he can hurt this. So I think his first instinct is to just look at it, look for any kind of eyes or anything like that, and say, forget what you heard here. Cloud memory. Dominate.
Yeah, go ahead and throw me the dominate pool.
I assume it's a roll.
Yeah, that would be a contested roll, 100%.
Okay, so it's charisma plus dominate versus wits and resolve.
Gotcha.
So I have one of those. Not my best dice pool. Doesn't fucking matter when I crit for 4, though.
You are unaware whether it has the intended effect
Worked or not.
You do,
Yep.
in fact, dab on it though.
Yes.
as they show, you dab on it. You're like, forget what you know, and then you hope that it did. But next, I believe it would be Texas.
Absolutely. Combat knife in mouth, soaring leap from the workbench into the shadow of the direction.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make your attack. That'll be a dexterity plus melee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I gotta quit dropping dice. Been doing it all night.
It's in the shadow
She's
realm
gonna
now.
eat them.
It's unusable.
Solid. That's for success.
Heard you. How many successes?
4.
Gotcha. You slash into this creature. You've never really experienced slashing into a shadow before, but if you expect resistance, you meet very little of it. If you expected no resistance, you meet a little bit of it. It is like slashing into, I would say, like a pool noodle. There's a little bit of resistance there. It has structure. But as you cut through it, you rip off one of the limbs of this creature. There is no noise. There is no sound. And you see the limb fall onto the ground, twitch, and turn into mist. The creature keeps sprinting away. That was your action. Now, I believe Deacon and December have identical initiative rolls.
Lupe, not December. December's last.
Yep.
Lupe
both had
acted,
5.
though.
I did.
December is last,
Yeah,
but
so-
those
I don't
two.
get to
Oh,
choose,
right, but
Yeah.
those two. Okay,
December is not on parallel.
Heard. Deacon, what do you do?
If I see shadow, I run at it with the arc. I pick up the arc welder that Texas had, and I run towards the shadow with it, basically trying holding it as far out for myself as possible, but trying to
It's
light
only
up.
got 60 feet. It's not going to go far.
I took it up and took it with me. I didn't throw it, but all right, yeah, well, whatever.
Okay.
All right, I put it. No, I don't.
An arc welder is nothing if not a bright and hot thing. It is sort of raw elemental heat at the end of a rod. There's a very unfortunate thing. You're sitting at 4 hunger. Your beast is right there. Can I get you to make a willpower roll as you grab the handle of this welder and go to jam it into this shadow? One success. You're also muted. Yeah. So you hear in the back of your head that insistent, terrible voice. Deacon, we know better than this. You aren't a blue-collar man. You're a pencil pusher. We've known that for a long time. You belong behind a desk. You put these tools in your hand and you keep making mistakes. You put the gun in your hand and you shot Lavali. Big mistake there. You caused the mess that we're in. You grab these weapons, you grab these tools, and you just keep making a mess. Put the welder down. Leave that to Texas. Leave it to someone who knows how to get the job done. But you've been working on yourself. You've been pushing. You've been getting a little better. And you push that voice aside and you pull the trigger. The light ignites, is bright as the sun. And it gets hot. Damn hot. There's no noise. There's no fury. You see a little bit of skittering fear as the form shudders, quakes, and then evaporates before it can hit the shadow. It is gone.
Shadows are a thing you all can do? He looks at December.
Is this familiar to December?
Very much so not.
Did that light hurt me?
You would have taken negatives. You would have had to shy your eyes away. You would have taken your clan's bane in that moment, yes. But once it subsides, the bane also does subside. So you would have taken the dice penalty should it have subsisted or sustained, but it did not.
So I only take damage, aggravated damage from sunlight. Okay, got it.
Yeah, bright as the sun with none of the curse.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think you all watch as Lupe just straight up like recoils when that happens, like crouching on the ground, like covering her face.
Deacon realizing says, "Oh shit," and puts it down, and quickly moves Lupe over to like a darker corner of the room. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's just you're good.
Man.
You're good.
It's been a long time since I had welder's flash. God damn.
You're good.
I think she'll
sorry.
pull from her bag her sunglasses for the time being.
Oh fuck.
Sorry about that.
Staring right at it. Ugh.
It's okay. At least you got rid of it.
Speaking of getting rid of things, as that flash happens, December shifts her senses into aspects since the flash kind of is impacting regular vision. Is there, in terms of sense the unseen, is there anything else lingering in this space now that that shadow had been noticed? Just being extra cautious.
Go ahead and make a wits plus aspects.
Okay. So it's even better than it was before.
Nice.
Let's go. I'm gonna use a willpower.
Okay. Yes, please. I would love everyone to keep using their willpower.
3 successes.
3 successes?
Yes.
There's an air of tension within the MC. The paranoia is getting to you all, and you're just keeping auspex up. You keep looking into corners, trying to find something that's there, whether it is or not. You've been attacked, surveilled, and your eyes peruse every single corner, nook, cranny, every single under the desk. Beyond, you're looking at the space between spaces. You're looking for the gaps. You see nothing.
December is still in quiet for the duration of time she spends looking around, and then after a moment relaxes and says, I feel that may be all that there was here for now, but we'll have to keep watching out.
Yeah. The whole... I'm regretting not putting his motherfucking ass down now. I wanted to keep him alive for prosperity's sake, but now he has invaded my space several times. Worse so, he's put several of people that I actually like in danger.
Everybody
Lupe's
good
gonna
and jumpy
quietly
yet?
put the pistol. Lupe's gonna
So-
quietly put the pistol on the table.
Uptown
but-
picks it up. It was his.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Looks at it. Well, it's not jammed. Thank you.
He goes to
I know how to
the
use the gun.
Good.
Deacon goes to the other room and gets those 2 Pelican cases and opens them back up. Out of one, he pulls out a shotgun, maybe this big in length.
Mm-hmm.
Uptown. This is for you.
For me, you shouldn't have.
And this is
Thanks,
also
big
for
man.
you. It costs you a box of Dragon's Breath shotgun rounds, 12 gauge.
Ooh, come to Papa. Uptown looks at it.
And in pure Deacon fashion, he pulls out another shotgun that is bigger than yours. This one's for me.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls out another box of Dragon's Breath rounds. Well, the reason why I'm holding this shotgun and not you, Texas, is because my suggestion was going to be that you go with Lupe. Because of everyone here, if shit goes down, you can be right there in the middle of it and tear that shit up.
It's fine. I just had an idea, but that's okay.
What? No, tell me your idea. No, this is me. I'm going based off the fact this motherfucker was in my shit. Tell me your idea. I'm open to a lot of stuff right now. Most of it is.
I was thinking that
I'm this close to calling it a fucking drone strike.
I can tell you. You want me to? I understand. You want me to tell you? Shit.
Yeah.
Point of order.
His eyes
Point of
twitching
order.
like one eye's bigger than the other.
Love y'all. Point of order. Deacon, your influence ranges so far. You have so much money. You absolutely don't have access to drone strikes.
I know.
Just
Deacon fully knows that. Oh yeah,
tremendous.
Deacon fully knows that.
Need to say that out loud. Need to say that out loud. Cross that
like
bridge.
there's
before.
a way. I don't know how he'll get. Like he doesn't know how he'll get there, but he knows he can. It'll just take it'll take some time. If this were anywhere but in Canada, he could.
You're in Canada.
Wow. So, my thinking was that you would go with Miss Lupe and speak to him. You have a better sense of decorum than I would, and of course, you could probably smack the bitch up if you needed to. That's really what popped in my head. I, on the other hand, was thinking about being the choke. And then, like, he, like, points at his motorcycle, and he's been in there putting in, like, 10, 20 plates in front of it. Like, he's basically just been, like, spot welding all of this, like, steel, like, across the front of it to kind of be like a mobile tank. I mean, you don't need me in a contained room. You need me out in the open.
Hey,
I'll go if it makes more sense.
Well, Texas, now that I'm actually looking at your bike, do you want to put her in danger? Because here's the
What do you
thing.
mean?
I'm talking. I mean, you made such a big fuss about liking my truck. You can't have mine. but I did get something for you.
For me? Big man. You shouldn't have.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it's outside.
Alright.
I'm genuinely shocked no one noticed a gigantic car-covered vehicle out in the parking lot, but okay.
You make terrible financial decisions. That could have been anything.
I make wonderful financial decisions. That's why I'm worth over $1 billion, baby. Fuck Elon Musk. I'm buying his company and I'm putting them out.
So you want me to escort Miss Lupe? I can do that. That's fine.
If she's amenable to, I don't want to speak like you're not here. If you're amenable to going by yourself, or possibly,
No, don't go by yourself.
Yes, that's
definitely not the plan. I felt like this was like an open forum, like it wasn't excluding Lupe from the conversation at all. It was like I can.
No. That was Deacon saying. Deacon was saying that.
Normally,
Deacon was over to say I don't want to feel
prefer to go alone as it is easier. However, because it is Lavale, I should bring backup. And I don't.
He literally wants to,
because we need her outside.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm not including myself and Uptown and being a part of the group that goes with her is because, well, we both shot him a lot.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's why I chose Texas in the first place. If you'll recall, when we first discussed this, I did mention that I wanted Texas to come with me. Yeah. Would you like to come with me so that I don't have to hire someone else?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Slides out his own Pelican case. You just let me know when.
Where'd you slide it out of?
All right, Santa Claus. Have you had enough of giving your gifts? Because I would like to go kill this motherfucker. I've had enough.
Anybody want something out of this?
But before we go in, for those of us who won't be entering immediately, there is a way that we can keep abreast of the situation. Lupe, if you're willing to take some of my blood with you, I can observe. You have to consume it, of course.
What spell is this?
Not so much a spell as a new way to tap in to the supernatural forces.
Talking about aspects?
Mm-hmm.
Sense sharing. I know what I'm bailing what you're swathing. Yeah.
Just for a little while. You could attempt to resist, but if you're willing, it will be much easier.
December, my darling, I'm asking how long is a while before I agree.
That's a great question. It says a scene, Aaron. What does that mean?
Okay, so
it would last for as long as
it would last
basically
for this
operation. This
okay,
evening.
Yeah.
If the scene goes for the evening.
Because I didn't know how to translate that information.
No worries. Yeah.
Scene is nebulous. It's always better to ask.
All right.
And
does that mean you see through my eyes?
If you'll allow it. Through your eyes or other senses.
That might be disorienting for you, but I'll allow it.
If there's certain senses you would like to give me access to, I'm fine with that as well, as long as I'll be able to tell if you're in peril.
Whatever works. I consent.
Okay.
Just know that things might be a little strange for you while you do.
Yes, this will be strange because I haven't yet gotten to practice it.
I'm particularly
reading up on it
sensitive
for years.
If you couldn't tell.
Right. Well,
So
that might be something to keep in mind going in. He'll know that. Sorry, uptown.
am I chilling with you then, December, while you're doing that? Because does that fuck up your senses while you're sharing?
I still retain my own perceptions, and I'm aware of my surroundings. So no.
Okay. But
But I
if you're
mean,
focused on-
the idea is for me to relay to you and Deacon, this
Yes.
is when we should be making moves. So
No, I like that. That's
whoever
good.
I'm with, it doesn't really matter because you guys can also communicate between you, right? Or maybe it should be Deacon and Deacon.
We have one-to-one earpieces. Like we can get earpieces.
Okay, great.
I have a security company.
Oh, right. Yes.
Lupe, super important question.
Hmm.
What's the word you're going to say that is call in the cavalry?
You've read my mind.
Yeah. When if you're feeling shit's going sideways and you want us to come fucking rushing in, what are you going to say?
Boy, that
That's
Italian
great.
family in the next booth is quiet.
That's a great question. I don't know.
I have a word for you if you want it.
Please.
Esoteric.
Okay.
Ooh,
All right.
I'm sure you'll
There
find
we
a way
go.
to work it in.
The safe word is Fendi.
Yeah.
The safe word is always Fendi. Esoteric. That works. I can remember that.
All right. Good. Good.
Does anybody else want any? All right, so I've got pistols here. Got some revolvers. I have some small. Anything you want? Texas, you're more of a
Even if
fist.
it's not a gun.
I have. Oh yeah, that's the other one. The one with the. I have blades and stuff in this one. The one that had the sledgehammer, and he points in that one. He has like blades in that of different sizes, hatchets, some small flick knives, butterfly knives, stilettos, like full blown like old school like Assassin's Creed long ass stiletto knives, boot
What kind of
knives
purse
that
are you
are made.
I am the
No,
weapon,
this is
so I
like-
don't need one.
Why?
okay.
Oh. I just need a small, compact, maybe a switchblade situation.
I could probably get you. I mean, actually, hold on. Let me look. And he looks in the other one that had the shotguns and stuff. Oh yeah, I got like some grenades and shit in here.
I just need a knife about this long.
That's not small.
Okay.
That's a buck. You want a buck knife?
Sure.
That's a
That's a
Crocodile
buck knife.
Dundee knife.
Yeah, I've got
Right,
a buck knife that stays on the side of my mattress in case someone breaks into my room. Yeah, that's a buck knife right there.
Basically, if I end up in close quarters, I need to have something a little bit extra. than
Something
my
that
usual.
won't break in immediately. You know what? He's gonna get you a collapsible karambit knife.
Sure.
They make them. They make foldable karambits. Or are you more of a stabbing or a slicing person?
Slicing.
This is Deacon asking you. Slicing?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I only
He gives
need
you
to
a
get
yeah,
a little nick.
yeah, because he gives you a foldable karambit knife, which is a curved blade.
Thank you.
He has you one of those. Lupe, you need anything? It's
Oh,
like
no.
Toys R Us in here.
No, dear. I am the weapon.
You say the sweetest things to me. Tex, I know you have your Texasness. Do you want anything from a distance? Just in case.
Oh yeah, I have a P229 on me, and then on the side of the bike there's a Remington 700 just in case.
Noted.
My other question is, do you want to take the bike? It is still winter. Or do you want to take something that is fully armed?
Yes, Well, you're gonna ask me that kind of question. Of course, I want to take that. Come on, what you got?
Anybody want flak jackets?
Do I?
They honestly just slow me down.
Absolutely
Thanks,
not.
Like
She
I
gestures
get a
to
lot-
herself. I don't want a flak jacket. No.
Like I get a lot of shit like in bulk due to the
It's
security.
Deacon. It's just us, man. Come on. If we're gonna have this moment, let's have it.
All right, dude, I'll get you a fucking flak jacket. I'm going.
If you're
You
done
think
playing dress up, we have
I'm
things to
never
do.
done playing dress up. Have you seen my wardrobe?
We have more important things to do than outfit your Ken doll. Can we?
First of all, December.
And
I'm gonna need to stop you right there. The drip is forever, and aura is always farmed. But yes, moving on. He does just for
Worship a
prosperity's
child.
sake. Deacon is fully going to dress up outside of this conversation. There's gonna be a wardrobe change.
all right,
Fuck that, man.
So
Yeah, there's gonna be a commando Arnold Schwarzenegger like dress up that Deacon goes through. He's gonna look Blade at the end of the
Outfit
first Blade.
montage.
Love y'all. We're gonna push this one a little bit forward.
yeah, let's go.
Yes, but he, if we're all good, weapons wise, this is also going to serve as your getaway. So here, and he tosses you a pair of keys. Same people that made my truck that you like so much, but I got the one that screamed out Texas. And I will put this in the Discord, but I'll describe it for everybody here. Texas, what you see when he shows you the truck is a nearly completely black truck, super long. It has 6 wheels. It is a 6-wheel truck with a full truck bed. And the rims are a copper color, as well as the handholds for if people were in the truck bed, that is also copper color. And of course, on the front in the grill, it says Rizvani. And I will share that in our chat. And of course, it has the full package, which is EMT protected, coated engine, so it can't be shot out. All that type of stuff. It is the perfect way to protect Lupe and yourself, but mostly Lupe, because he doesn't trust that she won't go down after getting shot one time.
Texas fully like excitedly just runs out, and it's just like okay, I'm ready to go whenever.
Lupe just
It's
casually
a go.
walks up to the truck, like, "All right, you've got your new toy. Let's go, please. I want to get this out."
It's in the Discord now.
As you're heading out, Lupe receives a vial of December's blood for her to drink on the way.
Oh, that's a cool truck.
That is indeed a cool truck.
All right.
The drip is forever, as Deacon just said.
So we're going to go over this pretty quickly together, because this is for my edification. A lot of words were said, and I'd like to get this solidified very specifically. Texas and Lupe are going to be heading to the train station, and they are going to be going and meeting whatever is to greet them there, and having this tense conversation with Lavali about the Lupe's blood situation. December and Uptown are going to be posted up somewhere nearby, I would imagine. Perhaps
Bodhi's
in the
driving.
vehicle, or perhaps in the vehicle that Deacon is providing.
That too, yeah.
Seeing as it's outfitted to the nines.
Yeah.
Tremendous. Then There is the very specific word, esoteric. If that is said, alarm bells go off. Okay.
I grab my bag out of my car from Modi, the one with all my like break-in tools.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just for prosperity's sake, I do use my influence to essentially, it'll be counted as fireworks going off in that area, so there will not be any police cars.
You're attempting to bend the law. Is what I'm getting. You're using. Okay.
If there is gunshots, I'm gonna either gunshots or an old vampire favorite, construction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Late night construction's happening, and that's why it sounds like stuff's blowing up. If it does get to that,
no, perfect. As this all comes together, there's only one person here who's truly suffering at this point. Deacon, you get behind the wheel of the truck. And you're still hungry.
yeah.
That voice in the back of your head, this time a little softer. It's not so condescending. Hey, buddy. You sure you've got this? Kind of feels like we're going in half-cocked here. I know you got all this money. You got this fancy truck and all your friends, and you have all of this power. You can make a phone call. You can make it all happen. You are the man. I get it. I totally get it. But wouldn't it help if you fed me first? If we let off a little bit of steam? I don't want to hammer an already blunted nail, but it's one thing to embarrass us in front of people. We can come back from that. But if you fly off the handle because I'm unsatisfied and I push you over that edge and you make a big mistake, I know that you like these people, and I know that Texas is our brother. What if one of them, what if they die? What if they get blood bonded? You're never going to forgive yourself. I won't let you forget it. I'm with you forever. And this doesn't go away. You sure you want to go in hungry?
Hey. Uptown, are you good to drive them there?
I can have Modi drive, yeah.
I gotta take care of something.
I see that look in your eye, pal. Be careful.
Yeah.
And I know you got
this whole guns blazing thing wasn't fully me talking.
Hey, man. Coming from the expert, they aren't delusions of grandeur if you pull it off. Go feed.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do this.
I'll meet you there. I got another way to get there.
Good.
We're going to make this fast. This is a desperate feeding. You don't have a lot of time. Your coterie needs you. Needs you. What if things get out of control? What if it goes beyond the parameters of the plans that you made? What if there's someone that needs to forget something? What if there's someone that needs to be told how to act? You need to be there. You have to feed. It's becoming urgent. Can you please roll me a charisma plus intimidation?
Yeah. Charisma. Oh fuck! I forget. Yeah, I'm super hungry. That's that's 3 plus. Yeesh! I got 1 regular dice in this pool.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't a small pool either. That is, holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Five successes. So, I think the best way to describe this is bittersweet. This isn't the cleanest that you've ever been, but it's effective. You can remove 2 hunger as you find some Calgarian financier in the downtown core stumbling out of some bar. And you hear that beast once again. I'm not going to thank you. You'll never hear it. I really do hope that in the near future, and I mean this, that you stop being so sloppy. It was okay when it was you and me. Maybe Tex. He can handle himself. But you decided to wade in, dick deep, into faction politics and drag all these fucking poor people with you. You're acting like the big man. And you are. Until you fuck up. Don't let me get this hungry again. We've got a lot
I'm going
at
to
stake.
remind you of one thing. And you just said it. I'm the big man. I'm in control. Now shut up. And let's go kill a fucking wizard.
The voice goes silent. Okay, everybody.
And if you'll allow,
Oh, please.
if you allow, just a little bit tacked on,
Mm-hmm.
another voice comes into his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That's the control I was looking for. And he walks forward.
There's a certain amount of self-satisfaction that comes from being decisive and beating back that beast. But it's always bittersweet, because it never lasts. Folks, that's where we're going to take our mid-game break. We will be back in 10 minutes. Please stick around. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your local congressperson, tell your garbage collector, tell your postal worker, tell your Amazon delivery driver, tell your local religious congregation, tell your grocery store clerks, tell your dog that I love them. Tell them that they're a good boy if they're a boy, they're a good girl if they're a girl, and that, and you know what, you smell great today. We'll be back in 10. Spread the word. Spread the word. We'll be back in 10.
Hi, everybody.
Catch you.
We're back.
So, I think we can pick it right back up with Lupe and Texas approaching the CPR railway station, right in the heart of heritage park within Calgary.
Calgary.
It's a fairly fantastic building, all things considered. It's very reminiscent of old communist infrastructure, in fact. Huge glass windows that go arching above the structure. Metal framed, large doors on rollers that open in order to allow the train to come in and out. So there's really only one thing that's out of place to a regular train station this late at night. It's out of operation because it's the middle of winter and it's, the middle of the night. But there are two individuals that are set up at the man door that is just beside the gigantic train accessing roller doors. You see they're wearing suits, black suits, sunglasses in the dead of night, arms folded across their chests, clearly some sort of dumb muscle. Or at least
I love dumb muscle.
That's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do as you approach?
I kind of make sure, like, I let Texas know of this before we get out of the car to stay behind me. And just look like he's doing a job. And
yeah, I even think it was something that was just known. Like, you're the charm, I'm the chisel. You do your thing.
And before we do, she'll say, if I am unkind to you, know that it is performative. And I don't actually feel that way about you. And she'll, like, pat the side of his face.
Yeah, there's no problem, Miss Lupe. You do your thing. I'm just here.
And she will walk confidently towards the gentleman at the door with Tex in lockstep behind her. Good evening. I'm expected. You can let him know that Lupe is here.
You see him move his finger to an earpiece. Yeah, it's... Yeah. No, yeah, you see? He looks you up and down. Yeah, no, brought the big one. Huh. Okay. Yeah, understood. Okay. Christian is waiting for you.
Of course, yes.
He'll be inside. The train station has an access elevator that leads down into the sub-basement. He will be waiting in the warehouse floor.
Thank you.
He opens the door for you.
And
Yeah,
we will
big man.
step inside.
Such a charmer. I think as soon as we clear the door, and we get 10 paces after we hear that locker when it shuts, I think I want to tap my ear and just to Deacon and just tell him warehouse floor, sub-level.
Heard.
You know, the second you hit that sub-basement, you're going to lose access to that earpiece.
Which is why I was going to
want you
ask
do it now.
if I could use that as my cue to tap into Lupe.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a side note, I drank the blood while we were in the truck.
Got you. Okay.
I didn't want to bring it in just in case there was something.
No, of course.
Yeah.
You've quaffed the blood. Lupe, you don't feel anything. It's a very subtle discipline, this one. It's not meant to really be perceived by the one who's imbibed. December, this is... You've looked in between before. You've seen what's beyond the pale. You have witnessed the things that are just beyond the usual normal sight of man and beast. But this is strange. You're seeing two of everything. Your sight, Lupe's sight, the smells, the sights, the sounds of two separate people. It's disorienting at first. You are nothing if not a creature of focus and discipline, though. You quickly learn to separate the two things. You parse out the necessary information that is flooding into your senses from Lupe, and you lock in. You see what she sees. You hear what they hear. You smell what they smell. And it's like you're there. It feels a little strange, because all of the senses are on high alert. It's a little weird being in Lupe's skin. Things are a little colder. A little bit more sharp. And you swear that you can feel this prickle going from the top of your head down to the base of the atlas of your neck. You don't know if it's a byproduct of sharing your senses or if it's something very specific to Lupe, but it feels almost like you can see behind you. But you can't. It's just a weird feeling.
Question, is this the time when I should roll for this? Or will you call on it when necessary?
I believe we will call on it when necessary, for sure. This is more
great.
of like the power is activated at the moment, but should it become necessary for you to perceive, to know, to learn, etc., we will roll.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I passed my rouse check, by the way.
Oh, amazing. Lupe and Texas, you move in this large, empty train station. Lupe, your heels clack, echoing against the metallic walls of the station. Mm-hmm. It's a little disconcerting, but it's kind of nice having your presence be the only thing that fills this giant, austere structure. And eventually, you both reach this access elevator. It's an old freight elevator. Something that would have been used to transport steel and wood and parts to the repair bays that are down on the lower level. You climb aboard. Controls have two places where this elevator can go. SB1, SB2.
Okay, I go to the floor that was indicated to us.
Sub-basement 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's a decently short ride, but you are afforded a small amount of privacy. The ka-chunk of the elevator, giving a pleasant static to the travel down.
Don't do anything until the word is said. Even if he's a dick. Even if he does something you don't like.
That's fine.
Okay.
Oh,
Unless he actually harms me, Don't do anything.
I'd like to think I'd do something before that happens, but I'll wait if that's the concern. Real quick, Miss LePage.
Yes.
I'm not gonna hold you. I know that there's something else going on here for you, and that's fine. I just need to know, do I need to worry when we step in here? About you. Not your safety, but just you. Ministry types. I can understand how subplots can happen. You just let me know if for some reason I have to also keep an eye on you. Honesty amongst friends.
Of course. I actually don't know why he wants my blood. I wish I did. As for other things, she shrugs. I could never get close to Lavale before. I tried. But I couldn't. So, I know about as much about him as the rest of you do. Which is not very much.
Understood. Understood. Are you sure you don't want anything to cover you just in case?
No. The kinds of weapons he has go beyond flak jackets and shields.
Then I assume you're fast in those. And he looks down. 6-inch heels are yours.
She'll make her, like, she'll show him her hand. I don't make my claws grow, but my nails are already pointy. I realize I don't look like much, but if I need to make him bleed, I will.
Again, understood. I'm just doing my job, friend.
I know. I can do a lot with these, you know. I haven't had much
I've
opportunity to use them recently, but...
Well, normally one would say, I hope you don't have to, but tonight, I hope to see that.
I would like
and
to
you
see
can see,
that myself.
After he says it, you can see both of his fangs distend, but then you also notice that he's got bottom fangs that pop up too. He's like, she'll be fun.
The elevator reaches the bottom. The door unlocks. Sliding open, it reveals what can really only be described as a laboratory. The lights that are above, that hang from the ceiling, are red, like those that you would find within a photo developing booth.
Perfect. I prefer this.
Tables line in a U formation, covered in the typical alchemist's accoutrement. Calcinators, alembics, mortars, pestles. You're looking at boiler flasks, Bunsen burners, open flames, pressure pots, and all sorts of things. The problem is that this room is gigantic. At a glance, someone might not think about it. But you two are steeped in the supernatural. Texas, you're not an occultist. Never have been. You don't read Enochian. You didn't learn all of the details of the occult and supernatural practice of the Pharisees. You did, Lupe.
Yep.
This room is not right. You look into the corners and at the gaps between the doors that line the walls of this structure. And they are altogether non-Euclidean. Shifting slightly, like heat waves on a hot Arizona pavement. Nothing's right here. The air feels heavy, and it really just screams one thing. This is a chantry, properly made. This is not a shoddy structure that has some wards upon it. This is old. This is power. This is one of the last desperate bastions that the Tremere hold, the pyramid. A point of interest that it would be sought after by any occultist. Likely a repository of vast knowledge and a place that holds many, many secrets.
Fascinating.
In the middle of this room, in a very performatory fashion, stands Christian Lavallee, all 6 feet of him, besuited, blonde hair, sharp facial structures. Standing beside him on either side are 2 individuals. One of them looks to be someone more traditionally an occultist. They wear robes, black, with gold sleeves, terminating in blood red hues. Runes dot the hemming of the entire garment. Obviously full of magical power. The more disconcerting, depending on who you ask, standing to his left, head to the floor. Completely naked is a creature standing 9.5 feet tall. Horns like that of a mountain goat spiraling from its head backwards. Wings sprouted off of the back. Cloven hoofs stretching from large, powerful legs going down to the floor. Its skin is that of marble, veined in black. Its hands terminate in incredibly powerful claws. Its musculature would be envied by bodybuilders the world over. This creature looks chiseled out of stone. Lavallee looks at you. I was wondering when you would arrive.
Well, we had some things come up. Sorry I didn't come calling sooner.
You had a concert to go to.
Had I known that was your scene, I would have invited you.
It's not. I'm not here to bandy words. I just don't particularly like being left waiting, but I understand that we all have our personal agendas, and you're here now, so we can focus on the now. Texas, it is good to see you.
Evening.
I did ask that you come alone.
I thought we discussed that I could bring someone additional with me. I believe that was what we agreed upon.
Is that what we said?
That is what I recall. I told you that I would bring one person with me,
Okay.
and you did not say no. So therefore,
Maybe I just wasn't expecting Texas.
were you hoping for someone else?
I'm sure December would have loved to see this place.
I'm sure she would have. It's incredible in here. Now, you also promised me that you would tell me what you needed my help with before I agree or not.
I did.
Can you please elaborate?
Christian reaches up with a hand and he pulls down the hood of the one that is standing beside him. You see fungal growth going across about half of the creature's face. Looks to be a man. This right here is someone who has been infested, I guess is the best way of putting it, with the little blight that's been going around. Are you familiar with it?
Vaguely. We did see some of it.
What did you see?
I think you know full well.
You've seen it, haven't you?
I've seen many things in my life. Vale, that is not the point. So you need my blood for this?
Acting stupid does not suit you, Lupe. You can pull that act on the other clowns that run this circus, but I know what you are. And I've played your clan's games before. Let's not be coy. You don't need to tell me anything. But let's throw aside the duplicity. You've seen it. You know what it is. This was a coterie mate of mine, a member of the pyramid. This is Christian Lavalle.
What?
Strange, right? But then how am I standing here? You might ask. Right?
Yes.
That died the night we went to go and tag Strathcona. Or maybe I died. All I know is that I woke up with a voice in my head and a deep, terrible desire. And there have only been a few things that can stave off that voice and cure, or at least postpone, what's happening to him. Or should I say me? You, as I said before, contain very special blood. It's connected to the past. It beats with the thrum of elders. all of our elders have gone. And so I have only such a very finite amount of a blood thick enough to do what I need it to do. You're the only one in the city left with anything close to what I need.
And how much do you need?
Now we're getting into negotiations.
Well, you know I don't intend to die for you. So.
You know, you walked down here knowing full well what you were walking into. Do you think you can walk right back out that door?
Do you really think that I don't have any form of contingency plan?
That's actually,
How quaint and how esoteric of you.
we will pivot in a moment to what happens as those words are spoken, but that's actually precisely what I think, if I'm being completely honest. You see, the problem that you have is that this entire time, you and your little coterie of anarchs or turncoats of mishmashed villains have not for 1 second known the true gravity of what's happening here. And if you would have just said yes, if you would have came back to the Camarilla and helped us take the city, I could have trusted you enough to actually make the right choices. We could have used your blood and done what we needed to do, but instead, no. You had to play hardball. You had to be bratty about it all. You had to make yourself as the self-important, my agendas more than the sum of what everyone here needs. I'm the only person here with vision. I'm the only one here with an actual plan. And frankly, I think maybe unfortunately for you, I need you alive. And I'm going to milk every single ounce of blood out of you for as long as I need it. You came to the wrong house. You came into my chantry. You've disrespected me. You have shot me. You have killed my men. You have, in no uncertain terms, disrespected me to a degree that I can no longer even think about accepting. Texas. And then he looks at you and he makes eye contact. Grab her.
Oh, fuck! Eye contact.
And then that is going to be initiative. But he is going to get the first round. As that's happening,
And here's
yeah.
Daryl.
Can I get a real quick composure plus resolve, Mr. Texas?
I thought you were prepared for the eye contact thing. Didn't we say that before all this?
I didn't walk in with my helmet.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That plan went out the door. No. Let's dig deep into that. I presume that plan went out the door when he decided he was going to be the escort of Lupe, because you're not walking down there with blacked out goggles and headphones on. You
I
could
thought
have.
at least had earpiece and ear covering.
But that still leaves me exposed, eyes and another ear. Like,
Yes, eye contact, but you still have to be able to fully hear what he's saying, though.
Okay. That's.
I hate that we don't have flashbacks in this game like we do in Blades. God damn it.
We could have definitely. There is room for flashbacks. Here's what I'll do. There was planning. There was absolutely room for negotiations about the fact that you were absolutely thinking about trying to keep like some cotton wadding in your ear or something like that. I will give you a 1 dice bonus on this roll due to the fact that you were talking about and planning to try to resist this through using physical instruments.
I will take that gracious 1 die bonus.
And also rouse to boost your dice pool, and you have
I
willpower.
told you to keep your eyes on the floor. God damn it.
You said be quiet. I was quiet. It was a critical 5. What does
I
that
didn't say be quiet. I said to not attack him the second he was a dick, because he's always a dick.
Okay, kids.
Ian,
Ian,
dice pool.
give me your successes.
5. I got 5 successes because you were so gracious on that last one.
Did you say it was a crit?
I did. It's a critical 5. Onks and diamonds, baby.
That's something that's always a little bit shocking about Texas, isn't it? That someone who presents as such an anti-intellectual wears plaid, very redneck coated, rides a motorcycle, listens to country. He also spends a hell of a lot of time around Ventru. You feel Lavalley's words digging into your brain. Your hands twitch. Your neck twists. Your eyes look to Lupe, away from Lavalley. You feel that insidious, cold snatching away of your free will. You take a single step. Your beast is still riding you. It never really left. And there's a very feral animal part of you that rebukes Lavalley. You're not going to get... Sure, a king can tell you what to do. A Ventru, a blue blood? Yeah, okay. Maybe. They might know what to do when they're in charge. This fucking nerd? Not a chance in hell. And you shake it off. And...
I think I turned and I faced Lupe and like looked them in their face. And again, both sets of fangs descend. And he's like, told you it'll be fun.
We are going to shift scene very quickly. You hear the words, December. You hear esoteric. It happened fast.
It's on now. We have to move.
Uptown nods. Deacon, get the doors, and I'm activating obfuscate, Aaron.
Okay.
So I need to make a rouse check. I succeed on the rouse check, and I'll roll against test pool when I need to.
You will need to immediately roll against test pool.
Okay.
I activate Daunt. I'm also running towards the doors. Wait.
Mm-hmm. There's 2
There's more
individuals
than one
still
set.
standing at the door. At the doors. There is one man door. That is. I'll give you the description that you know because you've seen the blueprints. You've pulled them from city records. Texas as well gave you a very detailed outline of the building. There is a man door that is attached to the rolling doors that allow access to the actual rail station itself. There is another administrative hatch that is on the second floor that is up what appears to be like a fire escape set of stairs. It's just metal grated stairs that lead up to the second floor to the catwalks that are above.
Yeah, I think we would have sent Uptown towards that way immediately. Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. No, precisely. Yeah.
Like knowing his skill set, dude, go towards the second door. Like Uptown's probably already in the building by this
absolutely.
point, since we already knew that. And Deacon is Deacon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make an entrance. I walk
I was
out
just
of the
walking
shadow.
along behind him.
Yeah, I have fully, almost completely, like looking like the Blade 2. Like I have the flak jacket on. I have the I have a shotgun on my shoulder.
Yeah,
and I'm walking up, pants tucked into boots, and Daunt is activated. And if I see a single finger go to a headset, I will say this: 2 beanbag rounds first, and then the dragon's breath. That is how it's loaded up.
Let's get granular with it real quick. Let's get an order of operations of what happens here.
Yes.
We're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Uptown heads up to the second story door that leads to the administrative access. That's correct? Is that what I'm hearing?
Sure. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be. That's just what I heard.
Wait, do I know where Lupe is?
That would have been communicated
that
to you.
information was conveyed already, so we all know.
You know that they're in the
basement. I'm sticking with my plan. I told Deacon to get the doors. I'm following him in obfuscated so that I don't break it opening the doors.
100%. So, yeah. Okay, so that happens. You're following up to the doors.
I got 8 successes with a critical on obfuscate.
8 successes with a crit, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Deacon.
Yes.
You reach the doors. The 2 individuals that are standing there see you. You hear under their breath, "That's fucking Deacon Hill."
I'm screaming.
And they both like puff their chests out and like they give this you've seen it a million times from bouncers, from security guards, from retinues, from retainers that have been, told to go and handle you, so to speak. You see them puff out their chests performatively, and Mr. Hill.
Before you even finish your sentence, I'll pay you more and you won't die.
How much? How much is more?
How much are you getting paid right now?
They look to each other.
Don't answer. More. Matter of fact, I out of my back pocket, I just pull out a wallet and I just like, there's $5,000 a piece right there. That's my small cash.
This comes down to a roll.
What do you mean to roll?
You don't need to. You don't need to roll anything.
Okay.
They're rolling to resist.
One of them looks to you. Take that. Takes the wallet. Takes the cash out of it. Puts it in his pocket. Hands you the wallet back. I've heard about a couple of people dying to Deacon Hill in the past couple of weeks. I'm not playing this game. I'm getting paid tonight. And the other guy's like, "You fucking coward, you piece of shit. You're gonna leave me here by myself, you fucking asshole." Big scary Deacon Hill fucking comes up on us, and you're gonna fucking back off. What? We don't have a fucking job to do. Lavali treats us well, you asshole. And then he looks back to you.
You talk a lot.
I can't let you in, man. I can't let you in. I've been told I can only let Lupe in.
I'm in a bit of a mood, so I'm going to ask you this. And I put my hand on his shoulder. Do you think you can stop me?
Give me a charisma plus intimidation.
I said I activated Daunt as well. Does that?
Oh yeah. So please add your presence.
Presence rating.
Yeah. So it's just one. But, charisma and Intimidation. Yes. Yeah. Oh. That's a good eye. That is not as much as I wanted, but it is 5 successes with a critical. Is my mic on? Yes, 5 successes.
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
critical.
No, I heard you. He looks at you. There's no.
Take the money.
It's in the blink of an eye. You see all doubt leave his face. I know the world that you live in. You can buy anything. I hope you learn one day you can't buy loyalty. And he goes to pull a pistol out from his hip. You absolutely have the jump on him, though, if you want to hit him with that beanbag.
Yeah.
Give me the firearms plus dex.
You cut out.
Two successes. The thing about mortals,
Yeah.
they're not like Kindred. They can't dodge gunfire. And they're none too good at resisting it either. You level this shotgun into his torso. You pull the trigger, and with a very terrific bang, flash, he makes that signature horrendous sound of someone shot point blank. He just keels over, just hits the dirt, rolls, and starts moaning and groaning.
I
on the
take
ground.
his earpiece. Yeah, I take his communication,
Mm-hmm.
all of his devices. I also take his cell phone.
Yeah.
I make sure I card out battery thrown, and I let him keep the actual phone itself. And then I look to the other one who was smart. Get him to a hospital. And make sure he knows. I know you can't buy loyalty. That's why I surround myself with people who I can't buy. But what I can do is hurt stupidity. Congrats on not being dumb.
Well, Mr. Hill, I'm going to get that man to a hospital because I'm not
You're
loyal
smart.
and I don't want to die. And then he starts dragging this fella through the snow, and that's it.
I look at December. I will never hire either one of those two.
I hope not.
Yeah, one's not loyal and one's a fucking dumbass. Let's go.
You walk in through the doors. I would like December to please give me a wits plus awareness. We'll ask one for Uptown as well, actually, very specifically. Yeah.
Which, sorry?
Wits and awareness, please.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Does heightened senses help for this?
Heightened senses does help for this.
4 successes for December.
4 successes? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Only 3 for me.
Only 3 for you? Okay.
Yep.
It's unfortunate, but December, the door clicks behind you as you start making steps inside. As it does, you feel your skin crawl. You see the runes of a warding circle thrum with power as the door closes. And as you look around, you see the exit points on the windows, on the second story access, and in a few other choice areas, all covered in circles of warding. And you know enough about the occult to know these are targeted at Kindred, specifically.
Am I able to discern the effect of upon triggering?
A desperate, aggravating, burning damage. There's really only one way forward, and it's the freight elevator that leads you to Lupe and Tex.
Deacon, we're locked in. Unless we want to burn our way out.
Go ahead, I'll make a call. And in this instance, I'm
not going for
going to use. Yes, I'm going to use not my influence. I'm going to use my contact, my criminal contacts. Doesn't really matter what I got to pay. I want them to come and vandalize this building. Particularly, I want them to destroy all the glass. Anything that December says, oh, there's a ward on this. If it's on the glass, I want that glass broken. If it's on the beams, I want it spray painted over. The cops have already been told not to come here because it's construction. So basically, they'll have carte blanche. If I have taggers on the payroll, or if they want to be paid for their actual work, I want that done. I want everything that. I want a way out. Essentially, I want a clean way out. Yes.
Pull some strings,
I have a quick question.
please.
Just to go along with this. Is there a way December knows of that interferes with spell work quickly? Like using salt, intervening with like some type of material to interrupt?
Spell work? Maybe. Wards? No. Wards are very intentionally made against tampering. There are things that you can do. You can take a hammer to it. You can shoot it multiplicative times. You can make a serious mess, destroy the stonework. But wards are very, unfortunately, hard to tamper with. By design.
Tell them to centralize the damage to the doors we just came through.
We'll absolutely get there.
Yeah.
The vandals will come and do what they can, and we'll check that off. December, you know that there's ways to get around wards. It just takes time. Time that you don't have. You move to the freight elevator. Uptown, do you go with them?
Yep. When they open the freight elevator, I step inside with them so that I don't break obfuscate.
Fantastic. We're going to switch back scenes as the freight elevator takes a little bit of time. Texas, what's your initiative?
5.
Lupe?
I think mine is also 5, right? It's just I always forget this.
Dex plus wits.
It's yes.
So 5?
Yes.
Okay. Who has the
I
higher
think your
dexterity?
Does your celerity not tie into yours?
To your
Dex
initiative?
Texas
Not in this
protection?
edition.
My dex is 2.
Your dex is 2, and Texas's is 3.
Mhm.
Okay, Texas, you're going to go. You're going to go first out of everybody.
So just with Texas history, can I get a body count?
There are 3 people in the room besides you and Lupe. There is the individual that is covered halfway in fungus, only half, that looks more and more like Lavali the longer that you stand in the room. There is Christian Lavali himself, and then there is the other.
The other. How far is the other? Are we talking like breathing distance behind the volley?
Yes.
Fuck. Yeah, this is gonna be good. From the standing position in front of Lupe, Tex is going to soaring leap backwards to the non-fungal Lavali to try and put him in a rear naked choke. And he's going to just start stretching his neck as much as he can, knowing that this thing behind him is going to start messing with him.
It was suspicious when you came down here that he was standing in the middle of the room. It really was. Why wasn't he moving? Why wouldn't it be in an office? Why would there not be some sort of place to have this meet? Why stand there? It hits
I didn't
you.
fall for the sacrifice trip.
It hits you like a freight train. A circle of red flares to life around Lavali. Bathed in an even brighter red glow than the light bulbs above, your skin ignites, charring, flaking, cracks running from wounds that appear from the nothingness that is attacking you. Lavali was standing in the middle of a warding circle.
Another reason for the fucking lights too, because if it's glowing red, you can't see it. All right, cool.
You're going to take guaranteed aggravated damage. 2. You can then commit to your action.
I'll make a rouse check for uncanny grip.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. I passed my rouse, and he has one arm traditionally locked under and another one that's wrapped around his forehead, and he twists and wrenches as if he were to pop a cork right off the top of a bottle.
You're trying to tear his head off.
100%. My both of my legs are wrapped around middle torso, and I'm going down and wrenching and turning. I want to rip this off.
Okay. Can I please get a strength plus brawl?
And correct me from earlier, it was that burning a willpower grants me an extra die, correct?
Yes. No, burning
rouse
willpower
check.
does not. It is a rouse check.
A rouse check. Okay, I'd like to do that. Okay, whew, I don't get hungry here.
Willpower is re-roll up to 3 non-hunger dice.
Her strength and
that's
brawl,
my
you
fault. I
said?
got mixed up.
It was strength and brawl, yeah.
Yeah, strength plus brawl.
Cool.
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
That is 5 successes.
5 successes. It's unfortunate. when you are but a slinger of spells, being grasped by one with the potence that is signature to your clan. But as you grab Lavali, you see subtle red cracks going throughout his skin, glowing like a piece of charcoal that has been put to the flame, and your hands burn as you grab him, and you take another point of aggravated damage. And you hear, through choked breath, Lavali speak out. Just because I didn't think you were coming doesn't mean I didn't plan for it. You're dying here, Texas.
That may be true, Lavali, but I'm taking your sorry fucking ass with me.
There's a reason why gladiators don't rule the world anymore.
Yeah, well, guess my ass and hurt. And I keep wrenching towards, like, the sky.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Lupe, you're on deck.
Oh no. I can see where this circle is now that it's activated.
Yes.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything else?
You're the
In
next
this
in
moment.
initiative. You don't see anything happening from anyone else yet.
Does the guy with the fungus all over him have visible eyes?
Yes.
Okay. I think the best thing I can do is keep the Lavale that is currently in Texas's grasp from moving
Yeah, okay.
any further.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Let me recap what's in the room. There's U-shaped tables,
Yep.
circle in the middle.
Yep.
Fungus guy, Lavale, who's currently being getting his head ripped off, and gargoyle thing.
Yes.
What do I know about gargoyles? Do I know
Not
anything
a
about
fucking
gargoyles?
thing. In fact, I don't know who
Okay.
said gargoyles. I didn't.
Okay, whatever the fuck that thing is that looks like a statue with wings and horns.
Metagame all you like.
I watched Disney.
Good players. Metagame all you like, good players. What you see before you is a statue, man. In the books, to be so incredibly clear, as far as they're concerned, gargoyles don't exist. They've been disavowed. They were never owned. There was never anything that was done by the Tremere to bring them to heal, anything like that. What you see before you is a statuesque creature that you do not recognize.
We got nervous.
Y'all can
So
honestly,
Disney,
I know.
Does
I know.
Disney not exist in this world?
Does Disney not exist? You see it as a gargoyle. However, within the context of VTM, you don't see
don't know what it
a
means.
gargoyle.
That's what I meant.
Understood.
Okay, so all right, then I don't know anything about that. Okay. But it can't be good. Obviously.
You can make assumptions
it's
about the
moving.
9-foot tall demon man, yes. Being not
Yes. Lupe is so ill prepared for this. Fuck it. I'm gonna I don't want to touch that thing though. There really isn't anything I can do. Yeah, there's really nothing I can do.
good. You've been touting these claws.
You could move.
I don't want to get fucking burned.
You can move.
Attack.
It's true. The only
Get
one that's-
away.
the only for
Attack
your
the
edification.
Well, I can't touch the fungus thing because I'll get infected.
For your
I
edification,
can't
the only
touch
thing that's
Lavale
in the,
because I see that he's getting burned.
yeah, the only thing that's in the circle is Lavali. The fungus thing is the fungus thing. Yeah.
There's literally nothing I can do.
Okay.
Yeah. Are held actions a thing in this game at all?
You can act after someone else's initiative if you choose to do nothing, yes.
If Fungus Guy moves, I'm gonna stop him.
Okay. That's gonna happen literally immediately.
Okay, cool.
The man that is covered in fungus, he literally starts going through a frantic bout of somatic gestures in order to croak out some sort
immediate
of spellcraft.
Immediate eyes of the serpent.
Yeah, give me that test pool.
Okay.
Shockingly enough, best move you could have made.
Charisma and presence.
Charisma and presence, and that's versus what? Sorry,
That's
what's
me.
the test pool?
Versus wit and composure.
Wit and composure, right? It's not resolved.
Yeah. So I have charisma and presence. Thankfully, that is a very lovely dice pool. Nice.
Did you have awe active?
Why?
Because that would factor into this dice pool. Because it's a social roll. I legitimately can't remember. Not a big deal.
I did not mention that at any point, so I'm gonna say no. Because I wouldn't think that would work on Lavale anyway. Anyway, it's a crit 5.
Crit 5. The fungal Lavale stops dead in its tracks. His hands stop moving, caught in some sort of strange gesture, and his mouth stops moving as well, his voice caught in its throat. After its turn, the gargoyle goes. Its feet thunder as it walks. It seems to carry the weight of the stone that it is composed of, and it starts stepping towards Lupe. It gets in a few thunderous hoofbeats face to face with you, and it looks down, its eyes completely jet black, glossy, and you hear it speak so quietly. If you come with me now, I don't have to hurt you. Please don't resist.
Does that voice sound familiar at all?
No, it's a little bit deep and bassy and sounds soothing, if anything, a little calm in the strange violence of the scene that's before you. It has a very significant sadness behind it.
I can't look at this thing, otherwise Fungus Lavale is going
moving
to...
again.
But I can speak.
You can speak.
I'll ask it, will all of this stop?
No.
I think she just doesn't say anything, but she doesn't move. So that's technically not resisting. She's just standing there.
Okay.
Technically.
You do hear him say, "Thank you." And he wraps his intensely cold, clawed hands around your shoulders. And they take you very gently, and he presses his chest against your back, and you feel the warmth of you start to be enveloped in the coldness of him. your room temperature, but he's stone cold. And you start to meld into his body.
Am I still
Welcome in,
maintaining
ladies.
eye contact?
For the round, yes.
Okay.
We will have one more round before December, Deacon, and Uptown get there. And then it is Texas's turn.
I'm thinking of something drastic. Very drastic.
Okay.
That look on your face does not make me feel comfortable. Okay. Texas is very pissed because he's burning, and this fucking brainiac is still talking as I'm choking him to death. And I don't want to hear his voice anymore.
What do you do?
I'm hurt, and I'm hungry. Texas wrenches back. Mouth. The widest you could ever see. Extremely animalistic. He's no longer behind his eyes. And he takes a huge chunk out the side of Lavalley's neck.
I'm going to ask for clarification.
It's exactly what you think, Aaron. Let's just play the game.
I would like an opposed strength plus brawl. And then I'm going to need a separate roll after that.
I'd like to rouse the blood if I could.
Please.
Okay. That's 6 successes.
So, you wrench his neck to the side. And you plant your fangs into it. Texas's jaws are far, far stronger than most Kindred. It's not a gentle kiss. You hear the crunch of vertebrae, severing of ligament, the snap of vein and artery beneath your jaws. I'm going to ask Brendan, because he's far more familiar, what are the rules here? I couldn't find them off the top of my head, and I cannot recall.
Give me half a second, and I actually.
This is one thing I did not look up today.
You didn't have Diablerie on your bingo card for tonight?
Was not on my bingo card. I suppose I should keep it on it.
Uh-huh. Where is
It was on mine. It just wasn't Texas doing it.
Okay. So the way it works, rules as written.
You want to just shoot me
I
a
assume
screenshot?
Well, normally they have to win like a bunch of strength and resolve tests.
That is very much what I thought. So I'm going to
Okay.
do the exact same thing that I've done in V5 in the past.
Yeah.
I do not enjoy the rules for certain things within the game.
Mm-hmm.
I like to keep things cinematic, fast flowing. We're going to leave this down to a single roll.
If you want for the effects, that's the Diablerist rolls humanity plus blood potency. The victim rolls resolve and blood potency.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
No, I need 2 more dice.
So,
Okay. So
Ian, you're rolling.
humanity and blood potency from Texas, please.
Yeah. This you can spend humanity on. Or, sorry, not humanity, willpower.
Okay.
Oh, no.
It's 9 successes.
Okay.
I swear on everything I love. I promise you. Like, that's what...
I have no reason not to believe you. So, your mouth burns. His flesh is still searing hot, causing craterous, cracking char marks around your lips, extending out to your jaw, and there is smoke billowing in the gaps between your lips and his neck. And you drink. And you drink. And you drink. His body goes limp. And you keep drinking. And then his hand starts to desiccate. And then it turns to ash. And in the flurry of motions, it starts to flutter around, creating a cloud of desiccated, ash-like flesh. Your lungs fill with copper, and your stomach fills with heat. Texas has never diablerized before. It is so very much like the very first time that you fed. It is ecstasy. It's taboo. It feels wrong. You feel like for just one moment, there's another beast inside of you. You panic. And you shake. You look down at your hands and what you did. Out of fear, necessity, survival, you jump out of the circle. The pile that was Lavali hits the dirt, scattering everywhere. Your beast is stronger, though. You're stronger. Always have been. You need to be. You have to be. We'll get into the mechanics of it later, but you feel a lot of very new ideas come to mind. Anyway, that was Texas's turn. Lupe,
Yes.
you're half enveloped. You're looking at the fungal Lavali.
He's still frozen, right?
He's still frozen, not moving. But you feel yourself slowly being absorbed.
I say to the gargoyle, I won't struggle, but please let me see what's happening.
The gargoyle's hands freeze. He stops.
Please.
Is that your whole turn?
I don't know. Do I get to roll to persuade it?
I would ask, yeah. I would ask for a charisma plus persuasion, please. And add your don't add your points for looks, but add your points for ingenue.
Okay. Charisma, persuasion, and I think I get 1 for ingenue.
You get 1 for ingenue, yeah. Oh, is it 2 for ingenue? I thought 2 was for looks.
2 can be for looks, but ingenue is 2 base, I think.
Oh, okay. Ingenue is 2. Okay.
Yeah, 2
Okay.
dice.
Yeah,
okay,
2 extra dice then. Yeah.
Excellent. Nice. 2, 3. Damn, only have my pool. 4 successes. It's also a gargoyle, so I hope that's enough.
Okay. It would be the fungal Lavali's turn, but his turn ends without being able to do anything. It is then the gargoyle's turn, and you feel him gently removing you from its chest. Oh. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello. Hello, Elf. It's good to see you. We're in the middle of a lot. So, he places you as if light as a feather just in front of him, and those huge glossy black eyes within the chiseled square face looks down and says, "My servitude just ended.
What are you going to do?" I'm still keeping my eye contact on the other Lavale because I don't know what's happening.
And he walks over to the fungal Lavale and he places a hand on its head, and then he just crushes it like a bunch of dried leaves.
I'm just looking at the gargoyle like shocked. I don't know that I'm scared, but I don't look scared.
Mm-hmm. That's the true end of initiative. The doors to the elevator open. December, Deacon, and to the awareness of no one, Uptown, you see that scene before you.
How bad does Texas look?
Can I please get... Oh.
Bad.
That's actually... That's your brother. You've seen him through thick and thin. I'm not asking for an insight right now. Deacon, I think what I'll ask you instead is this. How afraid, how worried, what is the emotion that is behind Deacon losing Texas? Not in battle, not for a good cause. I'm talking spiritually. I'm talking metaphysically. I mean, Texas becoming someone who isn't him. There is something written across Texas's face that is beyond horror, that is beyond dissociation, that is past the Rubicon of identifiable emotion. There is an inner turmoil that you see waging inside of your closest companion that you have never seen before. It is so alien to see your closest companion be going through these throes. How does Deacon feel?
I'm sprinting top speed, and everyone in the room can hear me. Full-blown Punisher. No, 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 no. Like, just running, seeing this, seeing the injury, seeing the look on the face, just like not knowing what to, all he can say is just no over and over again until he gets to text. And whatever I can do to bring Texas out of this, I will do. Whether that's me, I've never done it to him, except I've done it one time as a joke. Because there's one thing that Texas, he has a command in his mind. If I have to dominate him to win whatever the hell is happening in his mind, I will do that.
Unfortunately, when it comes to circumstances like this, you are so incredibly helpless. This goes beyond dominate. This goes beyond mental discipline. This isn't something you can force someone to get through. This isn't ignore it. This isn't forget. This isn't stop. All of the effort and power and discipline that you have poured into being an authority over the emotions and minds of others mean nothing right now. Something has been subsumed inside of your closest friend, and you can't make it stop.
Text. Come on, man. Come on. It's the club. It's the club. Wave. It's the wave. Our shit's the wave. It's you and me. It's Tex and Deacon. You know what the fuck it is.
Yeah,
You and me.
it's hot. It burns, Deke. It burns really bad. And he's just wrenching his head back and forth.
I make an insight of some sort, Aaron. Is this still Texas?
You can make an insight. I'll ask for it to be wits plus insight.
Okay. Insight 2. I'm going to rouse the blood first. Succeed. I took a picture of that because I can't fucking believe it myself.
Mm-hmm.
9 successes with a critical. 4 10s.
Uptown has not seen this before. Not in such a recent capacity. You read his face. You read his emotions. You look for any avenue. You're looking for Texas. Is he still in there? Is it him? With all of your insight and all of your paranoia, your hypervigilance, your looking at the planes and twitches and features of every person whose face you see in a day, the only thing that you can think at the end of it is, God, you hope so.
Uptown falls to his knees. Obfuscate breaks. Tears of blood roll down his face. And he starts muttering. Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou, I said, art sure no craven, ghastly, grim, and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And closes his eyes.
Aaron,
Mm-hmm.
if you'll allow,
Yeah.
because it was on the table
Mm-hmm.
of simply staking Lavalle, would you allow me to have a stake on my person?
Absolutely.
Upon hearing Texas saying all the wrenching and all that stuff and hearing what Uptown just said, Deacon takes a slight step back and he puts his glasses back on. We'll figure it out another night. And I drive a stake into Texas's heart.
I'm going to leave it in Texas's hands, how you would like to handle that, whether it will be a contested role or whether you are going to allow this to happen.
Allow this to happen. In that moment, like, Tex looks at Deacon, the smallest moment of clarity with a knowing look, because I didn't let anybody get her, Deke. I did my job.
I'm gonna get you back, man. We'll figure it out. But for now, I can't have you move.
Texas, the world goes dark. For the rest of you, what are you doing?
December has been focusing on the other creature that is just standing with Lupe at the moment.
Mhm.
Question mark? Because
Near enough, yeah.
basically trying to figure out, is this something that December would have been familiar with, or upon seeing have an understanding of what we're dealing with, or is it more of like, I don't know what the F this is, and is Lupe in danger?
Intelligence and occult, please.
Okay. That is 11 days. got 4 successes.
You sure hope it's not a gargoyle, but it really looks like one. The former servile, cobbled together, horrendous monsters that were the vanguard and shock troopers of the pyramid for many centuries. On paper, they were all either freed or destroyed. The fact that one's standing here before you seems about the same as walking into a fairy tale book. You thought they were rumors. Don't leave the pyramid. They'll send a gargoyle after you. Don't wander too deep in the chantry. You'll find a gargoyle. They're in the walls. They can walk through stone. They live in stone. They are stone. Gargoyles are made out of cobbled together parts of Tremere who didn't learn quick enough, who didn't obey well enough. Gargoyles are the creatures in the night that hunt the creatures in the night.
With that in mind, while the focus is understandably on Texas, December's staring and says, "Lupe, step away, step further away, slowly."
I kind of look at the gargoyle. What is your name?
It takes a moment. I am Pothinus.
He's no longer bound. Pothinus is no longer bound. I don't think we have anything to fear from you. We're not the ones who imprisoned you, right?
What action do you plan to take? That's what she'll ask.
I don't know. I've been awake for a very long time. I've been used as a weapon.
By Lavali or others?
Since Poland, since Harold the Great and the kings and queens after, Vienna and Milan. I remember fire. And then we came here.
Does Vienna, when I hear that, does that rattle anything? I think
Everyone has heard of Vienna falling.
I'm talking in specifics to something. Aaron?
What are you asking? If you want to DM me, go ahead. There's a lot of
Yeah, I
specifics
will.
about Vienna.
It was subtle in how I played it in game.
Yeah. Hit me with it.
Semper, he saved me in a way when he didn't have to. I don't know that you did that for me, but It still helped.
I'm glad to hear that it didn't take its opportunity to hurt you, but I worry about what comes next without leadership. Or where
Uptown
that chain of
stands.
command ends.
Uptown stands. And he makes his way to the center of the room. The spot where he can smell the ashy grossness is the strongest. He looks down and he kind of mutters to himself, and in the end there was only water. My foolish children knew hunger and loneliness and fear. And it was good. And he turns, shakes out of it a little bit, and he looks right at the big stone thing. You've been under somebody's thumb for a long time, haven't you?
His very granite-like, unmoving facial features look at you. His huge, unblinking black eyes, spiraling horns behind, turn down to look at you. I served for a long time.
What do you want?
My question exactly.
Before you answer, we're all a part of a group of Kindred called Anarchs. I don't know if Jackoff over here told you about us, but everything he said was probably a lie. We're tired of the games and being accountable and held under thumb by those older and more powerful than us. I'm not here to tell you what to do. And I know that time doesn't heal wounds.
I
Least
don't
of all in
want
the psyche.
you to talk anymore.
Okay, big man. Okay.
I would like to think.
Sure.
Are you gonna stay here and do that, or
No. I would like to leave.
Right, that's what we're planning to do.
What do you
you'd like
know
to help
about
us
it?
exit? There might be
What
a
do you
good
know
place
about what
for us.
happened there?
Beacon.
Where?
You can.
About what happened overseas? What do you know about it? Were you a part of it? Did Lavali have a hand in the fall of Ardat? What do you know?
Pothanos.
Uptown steps in front of Deacon.
Pothanos walks over, takes a few steps, and towers over Deacon. And Uptown.
Deacon, Deacon, as always, even if someone's taller than him, he looks at them as if they're smaller than him. What do you know?
Deacon, now is not the time.
I know that there were ones like you that came to take me and the others like me. and use us just the same. And you were killed for it.
I ain't dead yet. And then he snaps back to himself. Shit, Texas. And then he turns back around and looks at Texas, like as if that entire exchange did not just happen.
Definitely filing that away for later.
Same.
Uptown sits on the floor, fully confident that the gargoyle behind him won't do anything.
Yeah.
It might, but he doesn't believe it will.
If someone wants to ask you a question, if you want to leave this place, it will probably be easy for you. If you would be willing to assist us in clearing a path, it would be greatly appreciated. I too have escaped the pyramid. And to stay that way would be best for all of us. We don't have to mention you to them.
Pothanos
Hide you as well.
walks up to December. He holds up a single gigantic hand. And you see a little bit of life behind his eyes, like he's thinking. He's trying to formulate his own thoughts in a very meaningful way. And he presses a singular cold claw in the middle of your chest. You won't tell them about me.
No. Anyone escaping the pyramid is just like me.
I'm not like you.
You don't want to be under thumb anymore.
What does that mean?
You want to make your own choices.
What thumbs?
Oh,
It's an expression.
It's a figure of speech.
I don't like it.
Underfoot, then?
Under control. Your servitude has ended.
I'm
Right.
going to leave now.
Okay.
Where will you go?
I don't think he wants anyone else to know.
That's fair. But if you have been alive for so long, perhaps you have not seen the world as it is today. And you may need to hide to protect yourself.
Is there still Inquisition?
Yes.
Oh,
They are stronger now. There are
More cunning and crafty.
bigger weapons.
I will find a church.
I get you an old theater.
I have a church.
There's plenty of churches here.
What was that?
Included.
You could hide until you're ready to move on. I won't
Is it of
trap
stone?
you or keep you. I have no way to do so. Yes, they're stone. You don't have to. But you helped me. I would like to return the favor.
I was going to deliver you into servitude. I wasn't helping you.
After. I point to the remains, whatever is left of the fungal bodied Lavali, if there's anything left.
There's a bit left.
I point to it. You may not have intended to, but you helped me just now.
Pothanos looks to December. I will come with you.
There you go.
And you'll think.
I will think. He starts
All right.
walking towards the elevator.
Let's get Texas out of here.
Uptown
I will
stands
pick-
up to follow.
I will pick Texas up. I'm fairly sure I'm the only one strong enough to actually put him on my shoulders. Out to the gargoyle who did nothing to help me.
He can get off the cross. We need the wood.
December's just trying not to look.
Shoot the body that's covered in fungus. I gave you Dragon's Breath rounds for a reason. Shoot the body covered in fungus.
Tell you what, why don't I take Texas and you do it?
Are you strong enough?
I might be.
Point of order, Uptown definitely has sleeper build and is jacked enough to carry Texas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Straight up.
Hold on. No. I gotta do a thing first, Aaron. Alright, I get a little hungrier, but I can do it.
Alright.
No.
Okay, then. You take him.
Okay.
But you better be careful. Any more damage than what's been done, or what I did, it's you and me.
I know.
And I look at the fungus Lavali on the ground, having no idea that that's a fungus Lavali. I just see the fungus that I recognize.
And you just unload.
When it's, yes, because it's Dragon's Breath round, so it catches flames. It should catch flames immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And I back up. And in the back of my mind, I hear that other voice again. It didn't go the way that I thought it would, but we can salvage it. We can salvage it.
This one has an accent.
Oh, you
You ain't muted, Ian.
Did you not notice? Did you not? I heard Ian.
Oh, that's
Did
crazy.
you not notice the accent the first time?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Yeah, he says, didn't go the way I thought it would, but we can still salvage this. Strange that it was there when I met my end. And I walk forward.
We're going to move this scene along a little bit. Pothanos quite literally walks through the walls. Not through brute strength or anything like that. Legitimately melds through the walls as if they are not there.
Is he looking for a girlfriend? Just asking for a friend. It's me.
And then he waits outside, sits and stands there waiting for you all. And
How'd the vandalism go?
the entire building is trashed. 100%. Windows smashed, door wrecked, like wrenched open, using like a pry bar or like a crowbar, something like that, a sledgehammer. Something has destroyed this door. And it's at this point Lupe, we're going to shift scenes
Yes.
really quickly.
Okay.
You get an email.
All right.
Lupe, I haven't been myself. We need to talk. I've been running. You've been hiding. I was lost when you left. I need to know where you are. I've been looking, but not hard enough. There's things we need to discuss. Your training wasn't done. Signed, Elsie. There is an address pinned at the bottom of it. It is one of the executive suites of the penthouses that he owns in the city.
Is there a date specified?
It would be 2 days.
Okay. I will reply. See you there. Signed, L.E.
Okay.
Actually, I sign it M.R.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yep.
I think everyone.
I have one last thing.
Okay.
If you're wrapping up.
This seems like a very appropriate place.
For the very first time in his own life, Uptown makes a ghoul forget something. Modi doesn't remember the gargoyle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Just the gargoyle. Everything else is still there for him.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the only tidbit that I'll add is that I asked that we take Texas to December's place because it seems like a bloodthirsty thing. That is all that I'll add.
Is December amenable to that?
Yes, she's already been rattling off some items that she was going to look up
Okay.
in terms of the situation.
Okay. Well, folks, thank you so much for joining us this evening. This was a real good penultimate episode, I must say. A lot of action, a lot of drama, a lot of vampires. We have been joined tonight by our lovely cast. I think after the performances this evening, I think we're going to go ahead and give ourselves a little bit of a round table and say who we are before we let off tonight. We're going to start. We'll go clockwise, starting with the lovely, the talented, the beautiful, the Mandy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mandy, or the Mandy, all over the internet. You can find me on my channel. You can find me on here, Magic RPG, all kinds of channels, all kinds of places. And I have been Lupe of Clan Ministry.
Fantastic. Now, Ian, Who are you? Where can people find you?
You're muted.
Still muted.
My microphones are messing with me today. Good. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Ian, or your boy Big, on all social media. You can find me on any social media at YABOIBIG. And if for some reason you go to social media and you don't find me there, let me know so we can monopolize that. I hobnob with my friends where dope people and dope stories are. So if that's happening, I'm not too far behind. That's it.
Brendan, where can people find you?
All of you fine folks at home can find me at twitch.tv/TrapMcFiggin0. Newly minted affiliate streamer, by the way. Just gonna throw that out there. Also, you can find me on TikTok and Blue Sky at TrapMcFiggin0 or TrapMcFiggins. I play all kinds of games and I tell all kinds of fun stories. And yeah, that's who I am and what I do.
Daryl, where can you and those gigantic shoulders be found?
I mean, you can't give me a compliment like that and expect me to hold my composure. No, but you can find me all over the internet at Mr._Daryl Dorsey or some form of Daryl Dorsey. I'm slowly getting more back into the groove of streaming as well, so you can find me here on Twitch at Daryl Sucks at Gaming. Sucks spelled S-U-X. I believe a few people here joined in last Sunday where I was playing some Grand Theft Auto. Wow, which one was I playing? Vice City, and also a little bit of Witcher 3. And I may be playing some more tomorrow, and you can look at those socials and such to get the update.
Tremendous. Sharmy, where are you?
I'm everywhere, but also I'm here. As December, I can be found as Captain Sharmy, various other places around the internet, and of course, you can see me on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on the Mandy's channel playing D&D as Aurora Incineratus. It's been a slice.
Coolest character, don't tell the rest. All right, what's up? I'm Story Dad. I run Another World Tabletop. I tell vampire stories. I tell D&D stories. I tell TTRPG stories on the internet. That is the majority of what I do. The other things, you can find me on Instagram doing hot boy shit on the internet, posing as a vampire at things like Darkness Emergent or local LARPs, or just doing the whole cosplay thing for whatever stream I happen to be a nomad on. You can find me over at Veil of Atheum with Smoking Glue Guns. You'll find me soon on another big project that's happening on a different channel that I can't even talk about yet. Yeah, they're just, kind of all over the place. Roll D5's had me a couple of times. I do stuff all over, but yeah, mostly you find me here. Other than that, you see me posting intermittently on the internet, just selfies and shit. So this has been Sanguine Dominion. This was the penultimate episode. You don't want to miss the season finale. That shit's happening next Saturday. Same bat time, same bat channel. So check us out, follow us. Thank you to all of the raiders tonight that came in and stuck around and hung out. Thank you to everybody that tuned in this evening. We love you all so much. We are going to raid out this evening. We're going to raid into
I see X Clementine.
Yeah, let's do Clem. Let's do Clem, actually.
She's the one who got me to affiliate.
What is it?
We love Clem in this house.
Clementine.
She's making a partner push right now.
Yeah, big partner push right now. Wait, I spelled Clementine wrong because I'm actually dumb.
I don't have permissions to raid for you, so you got to do it.
It's all good. It's all good. I got it.
There you go.
So yeah, stick around for the raid. Tell Clem that Story Dad sent you, that Another World sent you. Tell them to tell their local congressperson to watch Sanguine Dominion. Don't do that. Disclaimer: don't fucking
do
do
that.
that. But
Don't
definitely say that, show the love. Follow along. We're raiding out now. Oh gosh. Hi, Neo Soul God. Fantastic to see you. We're raiding out immediately. It's a raid train. Boom. We're heading over to Clem. Show your love to Clem. Catch you on the flippy floppies.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. A goodbye.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. Woo. Wow.
Did it go through?
Wow.